Hello and welcome to my weekly video blog, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about, can the menopause make you cold all the time? If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. We know that for most women, hot flushes, hot sweats and burning is one of the most common symptoms in the menopause. But for some women, they get cold feeling, cold flushes, cold sweats or shivering rather than the hot flushes. So I thought today that I would look at how these can happen and what you can do to help yourself. So the reasons for this, very often it tends to be because of estrogen is falling. Again, for most women, if estrogen falls, it disrupts your temperature regulation. So your body thinks it's hotter than what it is, and it releases a surge of blood around the body on the surface of your skin, which cools you down. But for some women, it goes the other way. The body thinks it changes your thermostat to making you believe that you are colder than what you are. And when that happens, the body will then take blood away from the surface of the skin. It will sort of draw it in towards the internal organs, and that obviously will make you feel really cold. So you can get body chills and cold sweats just as you would with hot flushes and hot sweats. For some women, they just feel cold all the time. There's just this constant feeling of being slightly chilled. What you can do with this one, you can look at sage, and although it's used for hot flushes and night sweats, sage helps to regulate the hypothalamus, which is a gland in the brain that regulates your body temperature, so it can still work in the same way. You can look at body chills and cold sweats the same way as you would hot flushes and sweats, in that the same things can also trigger these as well. So it can be things like your caffeine, it can be the alcohol, it can be high salt and sugar foods, it can be low blood sugar levels. So this is a good one if you're getting the cold chills and sweats. Do a diary, put down whenever you get these chills. If they tend to happen at the same time every day, then very often there is a specific reason for that, such as a cup of coffee or a chocolate bun, or just the fact that you've gone so long without eating anything. So this can be a really good way of managing these cold sweats and flushes. Number two, these cold sweats and flushes, it can be due to the nervous system. So you might find that you get that sudden feeling of cold if you're a bit anxious, if you end up with a panic attack. Again, if you're going long periods without food as well, that can affect your nervous system. So this is one, again, just try and see if there's a link between how you're feeling physically and when you get these cold flushes. For this particular one, you may find that sorting the stress and the anxiety can improve these. So you'd be looking at things like magnesium, you would be looking at maybe gentle stress remedies such as passiflora or a Venus sativa. Number three is cold hands and feet. This tends to be due to poor circulation. And again, what can happen here is that as your estrogen falls, it can affect the integrity of the blood vessels. So the blood vessels get slightly less elastic. You may find that your feet tend to get cold really quickly. Your hands tend to get cold really quickly, just maybe the minute you step out the front door. And it's just the fact that your circulation itself is not working as well as it could, just because of the low estrogen. For this one, double check that you're not dehydrated, because dehydration can be quite a big factor here. And you can take the herb ginkgo biloba, which is known to help improve the microcirculation. So this is the tiny little blood vessels in your fingers and in your toes. It can help to open them up. It can help to strengthen them. If you also have low blood pressure, which although is not so common as high blood pressure in the menopause, low blood pressure can also cause cold hands and cold feet. For this, obviously, you need to make sure that it's not too low because that needs medical attention. But if it's just slightly on the low side, then you may find that the herb hawthorn can help, because this is a blood pressure balancer. It's quite slow, so this is something, especially if you get cold hands and feet during the winter time, you need to start it round about September for it to be of any benefit during the winter. Number 4 is shivering. You might just suddenly find that you get the shivers or the shakes. This could be due to a minor illness or an infection. So, first of all, check how you feel. Generally, if you're also fatigued, if you feel a bit run down, then maybe your immune system is just working a little bit under par, and this is something that can be sorted really easily. You can look at the herb echinacea, which is known to help to support immune function. If you're run down, if you're tired, then maybe your body's just telling you that you need a little bit of a rest, and hopefully that will help you to feel a lot better. Shivering can also be due to low blood sugar levels. If you've left it too long between eating, if you've had a sudden blood sugar level fall, that can be a big trigger. So again, if you find that you get shivering episodes at the same time every day, or roughly at the same time every day, then very often there is a reason. Make sure you're not dehydrated. Check that you eat really regularly. It could also be due to, again, things like caffeine, high salt and sugar foods. So doing a little diary from this one as well can be really helpful to pinpoint what the trigger may be, and then that's something you can sort quite quickly. So I hope you found these tips helpful. If any of you have other foods or things that you can do to help yourself, then please let us know. We would love to hear all about them. And until next week, I will see you then.